What's up, everyone? Nameco Dustin here, bi-weekly baseball show. That's right, I know there's been a lot of football out there, but you baseball guys, good for you. This is for you. Dustin, give him a tip. These good baseball guys out there.
There you go. So, a trap I fall into, and a lot of people fall into this time of year, is you're looking for the youngster, you're looking for the next Mike Trout, and you forget about the older guys. You know, I get it, they're not as exciting, but there's still a lot of older guys that still have some left in the tank. We're going to talk about a couple of them today that can still help your fantasy team. So don't forget about those guys. They can be very beneficial.
Alright, first young guy that I'm talking about, this is a young guy, is Joe Ross, pitcher for the Washington Nationals. Now, what we like about this kid is he had, solid minor league stats, and, since he's come up, we really feel he can be a K per inning kind of guy. ERA hovering right around 3, and I actually think the Nationals bats will eventually get going at some point. They'll start winning some more games, so he's an interesting guy to certainly be picking up.
Another interesting guy is Matt Shoemaker. Now, this is a guy that had a really good year last year. Got drafted in pretty much every league, but after a slow start, people gave up on him. But I think those people may have given up a little too soon. He's only on about 50% of leagues right now. But since mid-June, he's lowered his ERA, and he's right there at being back under 4. And I think he's going to have a solid second half. I think he's the real deal. You need help, pick him up.
All right, excuse me. Another pitcher, Jimmy Nelson of Milwaukee. So this is another young guy that came up, and when he came up, he was doing great at the beginning. So he came up, got a little bit of hype, got some picks up, got picked up. Then he failed everybody because he got crushed in June. So young pitchers are going to have these ups and downs. They make adjustments, and he made some adjustments. And in July, he pitched amazing. So people are probably, looking at his overall stats. You got to look at what he did, in the short term right here in July, and that's why he's worth an ad.
Randall Grichuk's the next guy I want to talk about. Now, this is the youngster for St. Louis outfitter that is the real deal. Amazing minor league stats, really solid in terms of the power aspect. What I love so far in the bigs, 40 extra base hits and 250 at-bats.
Ridiculous.
I mean, that's ridiculous. The average, I don't think you're going to get the best average out of him, but solid power from this youngster.
All right, next is one of our seems-to-be favorites.
He's definitely one of mine.
Adam Eaton.
Future batting title champion.
Future batting title. I see a bet with you getting a lot of odds in the future. So, I know you are. So, Adam Eaton here. This is what he's done. He's in his last 18 of 20 games, he's hit safely in those. So you gotta love that. As Dustin said, he has the eye that he could be a decent batter. Maybe not a champion this year.
Not this year.
I mean, I know, but he's got some upside. He's gonna, if you're in a league that counts on base percentage, average, and that's weighted heavily, he's a guy that you should definitely be grabbing. Plus, he can get some bags, some home runs, things like that too.
He does everything.
He does it all.
Luis Severino's the next guy I want to talk about. Now, here's a guy that's been in the Yankees farm system since he was 18 years old. Finally getting his shot in the bigs. But he had a career 2.3 ERA in the minors, K per inning. Again, this is another pitcher that's youngster, real deal. He needs to be on in all leagues, only on about half leagues right now.
Bonus guy, Dustin. Talk about Mark Burley.
One other guy. This is the guy I want to talk about too, which sparked the tip at the beginning. Mark Burley. I mean, I know he's not the most exciting pickup, but he's had a quality start in 10 of his last 12 starts.
That's
I mean,
also
you can't ignore that. I know, if you can get one of these other young pitchers that we've talked about that have, I'm more excited about them. I'm going to get them, but if you missed out on them, don't forget about Mark Burley.
But if your league counts quality starts,
that's
big.
That's 10
that's
out
big.
of 12.
And it's more likely, some young pitchers that might pull a little earlier and whatnot. So, settings is always come to play. All right, Dustin, talk about guys we should be adding in deeper leagues. You go ahead and start this off, boss.
Just giving them all to me.
Yeah, just keep going.
Solarte is the first person I want to talk about out there in San Diego. He can play first base. He can play second base. He can play third base. I like that from him. 32 extra base hits and 331 at-bats. I like that as well. It's going to give you a decent average. This isn't a guy that's going to blow you away, but he's a perfect utility guy that you can plug in if you need help in an infield spot, if you have a day off or whatever. That's going to produce pretty much from every day.
All right, here's a guy that we talked about on the last show, and he didn't get picked up enough, so we're going to talk about him again, and that's Brett Anderson. Brett Anderson is a solid pitcher. What's always been kind of his Achilles heel is his health. Right now, he's healthy and pitching well, so when Brett Anderson's healthy, that's when you need to start owning him, especially in these deeper leagues.
Asdrubal Cabrera is the next guy. This is a guy that had a lot of hype around him a couple years ago, and now he's just kind of fallen off. But, we know he has potential. We know that he can do it. He's done it before, and he's been really starting to get things going as of late. He's raised his average 50 points since mid-June. I mean, here's a guy that's playing well, might as well ride out the hot streak.
All right, I got another pitcher, R.A. Dickey.
Oh.
And I know what you're thinking. Oh, this guy's terrible. He's falling off the face of the earth. But, you know, a knuckleball is a fickle kind of pitch. And he had that one magical season where it was on the entire year. This year,
and then he got paid.
Then he got paid. And then it's been off kind of ever since then. But it seems as of late, it's kind of coming together. He's had a few good starts. He's been pitching okay. So again, it's a deeper league ad. It's certainly got to keep an eye on if this, you know, if the knuckleball has found its knuckling.
There you go. Very technical term.
Very technical. That's what we do at Smack Talk.
And the last guy, Jonathan Scope with Baltimore. You can play second base and third base. This is another exciting young player. He's only 23 years old. You know, I do think his average is a little bit fluky. When you look at his minor league stats, he wasn't batting this close to 300 like he is right now. So I think his average will come down to earth a little bit, but again, a youngster with some pop that has a lot of potential. I like him moving forward.
Give us a close, boss.
There's the name code right here. I'm Dustin. Don't forget about DraftKings. Sign up, use the promo code FST before the start of the football season. You will get a shirt. DraftKings will give you free entry into a league. You can click on the card or follow the link in the description or use FST.
And we got fantasy football stuff on if you don't know that from seeing all the videos we've been uploading.
Subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe!